Okay, let's dive into the story of a true icon. We're talking about a man who didn't just witness the birth of the Indian Air Force. He was one of its chief architects, shaping its destiny from the very beginning. This is the incredible story of Arjun Singh.
Wow, that's some seriously high praise, right? And it's coming from the defense minister during one of the most critical moments in India's history. So what was it about Arjun Singh that made him so legendary? Well, let's find out.
His place in history it's just completely unique. He wasn't just one of many. He was literally one of one. The only officer ever to be promoted to the highest possible rank in the entire Indian Air Force. That alone tells you you're dealing with someone extraordinary.
See, Arjun Singh wasn't just another officer climbing the ranks. He was a foundational figure. He was absolutely instrumental in transforming the Indian Air Force from, its early days into one of the most respected and powerful air forces on the entire planet.
And just think about that for a second. 60 different types of aircraft. We're talking about a range of experience that is just staggering. From old-school pre-World War II biplanes all the way to the modern jets of his time like the Ghats and Vampires. He didn't lead from a desk. He led from the cockpit. So how did this incredible journey even begin for the young man from Lyallpur? Well, his story starts way before India's independence, back in the days of the British Empire.
His career really took off at an incredibly young age. By 19, he's already training at the super prestigious RAF Cranwell. And just a few years later, he's proving his absolute courage in the thick of World War II.
Now, here's a detail you've got to appreciate. He got this award on the spot. This wasn't some medal that came in the mail months later. No, the Supreme Allied Commander himself presented it to him right there, in the field. That just speaks volumes about the kind of exceptional bravery he showed in combat. All right, so after India's independence in 1947, Arjun Singh's role became even more critical. His leadership was absolutely essential in forging the identity and the capability of the brand new Indian Air Force. His career was just this steady, rapid climb. He took on these immense responsibilities at every single step, from commanding the vital airbase at Ambala to eventually leading an entire operational command. It was just up, up, up.
Now this was a truly symbolic moment. Can you just picture it? On the very first day of India's independence, it's Arjun Singh leading a massive flypast, over 100 planes soaring over the capital. What a powerful display of the new nation's strength and pride.
But his most defining moment, the contribution that would cement his legacy forever, would come in 1965. By then, he was the chief of the air staff and the nation was at war. This was the ultimate test.
You have to understand the context here. It's so key. The odds were seriously stacked against the Indian Air Force. It was a young force, still kind of rebuilding, and it was facing an enemy that was, frankly, technologically superior, equipped with modern American aircraft.
Which brings us to the million-dollar question, right? If you don't have the better tech, what makes the difference? How did the underdog manage to come out on top?
The answer, it was leadership. It all came down to leadership. Singh's own courage, his incredible professional skill, and his sharp, astute command inspired the entire IAF. He didn't win with better machines, he won with better leadership. And that success had a huge, lasting impact. Not only was he awarded one of India's highest civilian honors, the Padma Vibhushan, but because the Air Force proved so vital, the very rank of the Air Chief was upgraded. He became the first ever Air Chief Marshal.
Now, you'd think after retiring from the Air Force in 1969, that would be it, right? A well-deserved rest. But nope, his commitment to serving the nation was far from over. His life just continued to be one of public service.
He just seamlessly transitioned into these new, crucial roles. He served India as an ambassador to Switzerland, and then later as the Lieutenant Governor of Delhi. He was always handling these major diplomatic and administrative responsibilities. But there was one final, ultimate honor still to come: the rank of Marshal of the Air Force. This isn't just another promotion. It's a 5-star rank, something reserved only for the most exceptional leaders, in recognition of truly monumental, lifetime contributions to the nation.
And in 2002, that incredible honor was given to him. This made him the first, and to this day, the only 5-star rank officer in the entire history of the Indian Air Force. It was the final, most fitting crown on an absolutely legendary career.
Arjun Singh's life gives us a pretty powerful answer to that question. It's a story of fearless flying, brilliant leadership, and just an unwavering dedication to service. It really makes you stop and think, what does it truly mean to lead with courage?